Hello and welcome to my thoughts and ideas about the upcoming full release of Second Extinction. In December 2021, Second Extinction entered a phase of silence. The development team focused on the direction the game was headed, and now they are ready to present it in a closed beta that is held between the 12th and 15th of August on Steam. Everything said in this video is my own opinion based on research done by me and other members of the Second Extinction community. On September 27, 2021, it was officially confirmed that there will be a new map at full release. Though the developers haven't leaked any details, we can still safely assume that we're gonna leave the tundra and head somewhere else. Jungle, desert, city, and even space maps had all been suggested. In early concept art we can see soldiers in a big cave, which I think would also be a blast to explore as a new map. I think it is highly likely that we either get a jungle or a desert map, since those cost less resources to make than a city or space map. I don't expect any new characters for full release at the moment, since we have a balanced number of 2 for each class. If anything, I'd expect a new class with 2 more heroes, but then again, right now Systemic Reaction might focus their resources more on gameplay and balance changes. I expect new additions to the arsenal of the EXU. Melee weapons, a flamethrower or a better sniper rifle have all been suggested heavily by the community on Discord. As with all updates, we can expect a rebalancing of the weaker weapons such as scout rifle and grenade launcher. I hope that we will finally be able to choose our favorite side on every gun, without having to spend upgrade tokens. Talking about upgrades, I wish for the broken upgrades to be fixed, as well as the weak ones to be buffed or reworked, so you can play other loadouts without losing out on your DPS. In the equipment category we have grenades, supply drops and healing items. With full release we will get more options to differ our loadout with each playthrough. A thumper-like grenade which attracts dinos and explodes after a short time would be a healthy addition to the game, with many players struggling because they're getting rushed by large dino packs. A grenade that slows enemies in its area of effect has also been suggested in the Discord, as well as a few other grenades which could lead to an interesting new playstyle. I hope that firecrackers will finally be a viable option for your loadout to use without crashing your teammates or decreasing your performance. For supply drops, I think a payload which gives you damage resistance in its radius would be a nice addition in multiplayer, as well as solo when you're going against a large horde or a Rex for example. In my opinion, the healing station needs to give its region in more compact intervals, because right now it seems kinda useless since you're rarely ever 30 seconds in a single spot fighting something. Talking about healing, a new healing item like an adrenaline shot that can get you recovered instantly when you're knocked down, or heals you for 1000 health in 2 to 3 seconds when you're alive would be nice to support players who get rushed or don't pay attention for a second and get knocked down or reach critical health. Basically a second chance.
Brushing up on the old skills, huh? Give me a sec and I'll set it up for you.
I like all the current augments, each has their own utility on the battlefield without being too strong. For new augments, I can imagine one that gives you a movement speed bonus to make all of us speedrunners happy. An augment that increases capacity for grenades as well as healing items would be very useful and has been highly suggested in the Discord, so I think that we will see something like that in the near future. Another cool augment idea would be to increase the damage dealt by a certain percentage for a couple seconds after a kill or after reloading. Long story short, I want augments that make actions like reloading, sprinting and killing faster. The developers confirmed that with the new map there will also be new unique missions. My guess is that it's gonna be 6 campaign missions as well as an expedition mode for the new map. Right now we don't know anything about the structure or cause of the missions, so we can only take guesses. For objectives it's pretty much the same since we don't have any information about new activities. In early concept art of the game we saw a couple of dinos that never made it into the game. But this might change with full release. For one, we have the Mantis Raptor, which has been rumored about in the community since release of the game. It is seen on one of the contracts in the game and looks really dope in my opinion. There is also a concept of a sand biome raptor, which has a more red focused color pattern. We can definitely expect more small and large dinos on the new map. I would also love to see dashes and overmutated raptors occasionally outside of their respective missions or emergence events.
Requesting payload.
The game gets pretty easy after 10 hours of playtime, since you will have unlocked most of the upgrades by then. It would be interesting to see a new difficulty that is even harder than Insane. The dev team announced a ton of bug fixes for the full release, which sounds quite exciting. Although bugs are the most impacting thing of quality of life, I still hope that they focus on other factors as well. For example, that you can set more keybinds for other actions, like changing your zoom level on the telescopic side. Another addition I'd like to see is that you can skip the tutorial phase on the Gateway Sickness mission, so it's easier to test perks, weapons, characters, etc. Contracts shouldn't reset after a crash, since that can get quite annoying after a couple times. Jurgen's passive needs to be fixed since it is unreliable and barely works. It would also be nice to see when certain passives are triggered, for example with Jack's scrum down. Having damage values for the weapons would also be a nice addition to the game. With full release we will get a lot of new nameplates. Since 2021 we know that they plan on adding prestiges and that there will be at least 5 of them, each with their respective nameplate. The Insane Bull requires you to play 10 missions on Insane with a 5-star rating to unlock, so we will finally be able to get this beauty. A nameplate editor which enables you to create your own little nameplate would give every player the ability to get their creative minds running and extinguish themselves from others. I hope that we will be able to get the Arctic camo skins for the weapons as well as the characters in game, plus the rocket launcher skins which are currently unobtainable. Chibis as small weapon attachments would be hella cute as shown in the latest Twitter feed. The weather effects which are currently only in Horde mode would be very interesting to see in normal gameplay on a mission or expedition. I want more contracts that you can complete in one run without having to spend too much time inside of a mission. I don't think that multiple mission contracts are bad, but it shouldn't force you to play 4 different missions before you can collect it. I also want to see more interaction and exposition through character dialogue, like a small chit chat before, during or after missions, between the characters and around. Last but not least, it would be nice to use your excess materials to upgrade them into higher rarity or cosmetics, as well as having an inventory. And that's pretty much all I got for you at the moment. What do you think? If you feel like adding something, write a comment or discuss it with us on the Discord. Thanks to Ender for the inspiration as well as some ideas to include in this video. I wish you all a great day and see you soon.